Hello, welcome to my channel.
Let's see some proposition of GCD. First proposition is, suppose AB belongs to any natural number. Then there exists xy belongs to natural number such that ax plus by equal to GCD of a comma b. That means GCD of a comma b equal to linear combination of any number. Let's see the proof. Let S equal to the set ax plus by such that xy belongs to integers with the condition ax plus by strictly greater than 0. Since ax plus by strictly greater than 0, that means S subset of n, and AB always belongs to S. Just take x equal to 1, y equal to 0, or x equal to 0, y equal to 1. Okay, that means AB always belongs to S. That imply S not equal to 5. Then by well ordering property, there exists a minimum element. Let D equal to minimum of S. Okay. Now our claim D equal to GCD of A comma B. Now we want to prove D divide A or D divide B. Notice D equal to ax naught plus b y naught, where x naught y naught belongs to Z. Okay, well, because D is the member of S. Have you understood? So I have written D equal to this type, because the any member of S look like ax plus by. Okay, well, now our claim D divide A. By contradiction, let's suppose let D does not divide A. By division algorithm, A on D, we can write A equal to D times Q plus R. Okay. Since D does not divide A, here the condition will be 0 strictly less than R strictly less than D. Here not equal to 0 because D does not divide A, our assumption. Okay. This is the equation 2 and this is the equation 1. Here A equal to dq plus R. Let multiply 1 by q. Okay. Then dq equal to a dx naught plus b dy naught. Okay. Then dq equal to from 2 a minus r equal to a dx naught plus b dy naught. Okay. That means r equal to 1 minus x naught q times a plus minus q y naught times b. And this is always greater than 0 because R always strictly greater than 0. Okay. That means R belongs to S. But here R always strictly less than T. But I have assumed D is the minimum element of S. That means our assumption is wrong. That means D must be divide A. Similarly, we can prove D must be divide B. Okay? Well, now we have to prove D is common divisor of A and B. Okay? Let C belongs to any natural number be such that C divide A and C divide B. Okay? That imply, if we all of us know, if C divide A and C divide B, that means C divide AX plus BY for all x comma y belongs to integer. In particular, we can write C divide AX naught plus BY naught. Okay? Well, and AX naught plus BY naught equal to D. That means C divide D also. Okay? That means our assumption, our proof, AX plus BY equal to GCD of A comma B is proved. Okay? Well, my next proposition is, if A divide BC and GCD of A comma B equal to 1, then A must be divide C. And this condition is only true if GCD of A comma B equal to 1. Okay? Here the condition A divide BC. That means BC equal to A times K. And the second condition, the GCD of A comma B equal to 1. That means AM plus BN equal to 1 for all K, M, N belongs to integer. Okay? Now we have to prove A divide C. Now multiply this equation by C because we have to prove A divide C. Then this equation will be ACM plus BCN equal to C. Have you understood why we multiply this equation by C? Because we have to prove A divide C. That means we have to want C here. Okay? And we know BC equal to A times K. Now put the value of BC. CM plus BC equal to A times K N plus equal to C. Then multiply A equal to CM plus Kn equal to C. And this is any integer where CM plus Kn belongs to integer. Then by divisibility, we can write A must be divide C. Okay? Well, my next proposition is, if A divide C, B divide C and GCD of A comma B equal to 1, then AB must be divide C. In general, this is not true. If GCD of two divisor will be 1, then this result will be true. Okay. Let's see the proof. If A divides C, that means C equal to A times K, where K belongs to any integer. Since B divides C, that means C equal to B times K dashed, where K dashed belongs to also any integer. Since GCD of A comma B equal to 1, then AM plus BN equal to 1. We have to prove AB divides C. That means here AB, here any integer equal to C. That means here we want C. So we multiply this equation by C. Then it will be ACM plus BCN equal to C. Okay. Since AB divides C, that means we want here AB. Okay. So I will put the value of C here. Here AB, that means I will put value of C here. Okay. From here A, B, K dash M. From here B, A, K, N equal to C. Okay. That means if we multiply AB times K dash M plus Kn equal to C. This is also an integer, and from this line I will get C must be divide AB. This is the proof. Okay. My next proposition is, if P is any prime number and A is any integer such that then P divide A or GCD of P comma A equal to 1. That means either P divide A or GCD of P comma A equal to 1. Okay. And this means they are prime to each other. Now I want to prove how do we compute GCD of any number A comma B. By division algorithm, we all of us know A equal to B times Q plus R. If R equal to 0, then I will get our GCD. If R not equal to 0, if R greater than 0, then apply again. Here R will be greater than 0, less than B, strictly less than B minus 1. If R not equal to 0, then B will be new A1 and R will be, B will be new A1 and R will be B equal to new A1 and R equal to new B1. Then it will be A1 equal to B1 times Q1 plus R1 and R1 will be smaller. And we proceed this way. When eventually R will be 0, then we are done. Okay. Let's see one example. What will be GCD of 54, 24? By division algorithm, we can write 54 equal to 24 times 2 plus 6. Okay. From this, we can write 24 equal to 6 times 4 plus 0. That means, since here 0, that means GCD of 54, 24 equal to 6. Okay. How we do the compute the value of GCD? Well,
Thank you for watching my video. See you soon.